Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Game Unlocked, and Devin and I are continuing Aeon Trespass Odyssey. We've talked about this.
I'm flirting with the audience.
That's a different channel. That's one where I actually...
my tits out.
That's where
how we're going to raise this viewership.
That's where I actually make money on my OnlyFans, my board game OnlyFans. Yeah, I think this is actually the first session at the new house. So...
Is it?
It is. Yeah, because last time we did Apex. And that was pretty much it.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
So, I mean, we've gamed here since then, but...
Okay, that's where I got thrown off. Okay, that's right. You just spent all day playing Apex.
Yeah.
2 rounds of Apex.
That was it. So, yes. Now, I mean, should have just better visuals, better audio, better sessions. So, forgive us if there's things...
Sexier audience. Did you guys lose weight?
Oh my God.
Looking so good.
Wow, that bulge?
Oh my God.
Man, I'm jealous. Got that Drake cock swinging around.
It's a fucking pool noodle.
It's a forearm, just those knee knockers. What is even happening? Last time we fought the adversary that I feel like we won.
Barely.
But it was rough.
I think it was a Sisyphus tier situation where I think that guy was
That's
down.
what it was.
We lost a few.
Yep, nope, I think you're right. I think it was a...
I think we had to use the nymph, and I think we ended up using a Sisyphus tier.
Yes. Yeah, so that did not go well.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, we can kill this guy eventually. Nah. No, not this campaign.
No, I don't know. Yeah, because it's interesting. Because the way the adversaries are looking in terms of like their cards and stuff have a different back than like the regular enemies that we fight. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if Cycle 3 has an adversary.
I think he's, like you said, I think he's supposed to span into 3.
That's what it sounds like. And hell, even the Pursuer was also supposed to probably span into 2. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's definitely looking rough. But yeah, so refreshing all that stuff, we're still basically have to win battles, getting some progress to ramp up our refuge or our resistance to hopefully just beat the Nietzsche next time and yeah, just win Cycle 2.
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and continue. So God, it freaked me out. I don't know where to go. Where do you want to
go? We haven't explored too much northward, so I kind of want to see what's up there.
Yeah, I think we can go up there.
But short of that...
Because I was trying to remember where we needed to go, if we were actually trying to aim for his last known location, which I think is one of these, a stupid fortress map.
Oh, where could the giant Shadow Fire Titan be?
Well, if I remember right, he was just like a regular guy, and then he summons that Titan.
Right, it's his shadow.
Yeah. He bites himself and then turns into the Titan. That's exactly what it is. Nothing is original in this campaign. It's all ripped up from very famous.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with the Pursuer, we found a pod, right?
Oh, you're right.
There was someone in a pod with the same goo that we jump in, but it was in the Pursuer's body.
Yeah. It turns out this entire campaign is just Attack on Titan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, took some inspiration.
Yeah. So I mean, it pretty much just sounds like we have to keep fighting battles because every battle we win, we draw a new clue, and that gets us his last known location while also trying to gain some progress.
Okay.
So with some of our skills, I mean, we can go to a city, and then do some stuff there, but there hasn't really been many cities.
Mm-hmm.
If any. I'm actually looking at the map, and I can't really find any.
This map is quite a bit busier than our last one.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go north. I want to see what's up there.
All right, sure.
38!
Boop.
Am I good to flip it?
Yep, go for it.
Ooh! We get a Titan, and I forget what the symbol is.
Is it a little boat?
Yes.
That is an adventure hub.
Adventure.
I'll take that. And we advance the timeline. Nothing special happening on day 29. Man, like, imagine, like, any trip you wanted to make was, like, weeks. It's like, all right, to get from point A to point B, like, it takes, like we're planning on driving to Oregon. That's a day. Like, 28 hours of driving.
Yeah. It'd be weeks or months.
It'd be months. I mean,
just the Oregon Trail, we're resettling.
And it's like, well, family.
The Donner Party's leaving? I heard they have an opening. Let's jump in.
You're just accepting anyone? Great.
Oh, shit. A new route that's faster? What could go wrong?
Just, oh god, that. And then, like, halfway through the trip, I'm feeling a bit peckish. What? We have rations, like in that Canadian campaign.
Like those kids were just ghoulish.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, we've only eaten people.
Yeah, and that's all we know. We know that point in time. We don't know anything about how those kids grew up. Like,
I don't think you come back. I don't think you come back from eating.
Probably not. Probably not. But it's always interesting when horrific things like that happen. It's like they had good 50 years left of their life.
20.
That's eating people isn't really the best source of nutrition. So yeah, I guess that's entirely true. But what am I? Or being on that trip, and then like you just find out where it's like, wait, you're not following the path, the routed path. No, I'd heard this way was a shortcut. Shortcut to what? Our death? Yeah.
You want to beat the winter, don't you?
Yeah. Well, we gotta kick off early. No, they didn't. They left late. Didn't they? Like just late.
Oh, I can't remember exactly the specifics. I think they were late. They tried to take a different path that ended up getting them like snowed in or some shit.
Yeah, I want to say they had left like it was like just barely.
Mm-hmm.
And you know where they kicked off from?
No.
Independence.
Really?
Yeah.
No, sucks.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the place is shit, so it makes sense. It's like, oh, no wonder they'd rather be snowed in and eat each other than stay here a second longer. All right. Let's see. As with everything, I feel like I'm all over the place. Oh, I did get new sheets for. I finally print off new ones, so we will grab those. But yeah, we have no advancement, no nothing. To day 29, fucking boring. Sailing up that channel. God, freaking out. So, why don't you go ahead and roll on the Adventure Hub?
All right, hand me a dice, sir. I don't think I have any dice yet.
Yep. You know what I also vaguely remember reading in the rules? The dice are limited on like what you're allowed to roll. So, for example, if you were, let's say, I think there's 3 like black dice in the game. If you were ever supposed to roll 4, you can't.
Oh.
I vaguely remember reading that. But they sell you an extra dice pack. So it's like, granted, I don't think we've ever had it come up.
Well, I guess if you had like a proper 4-man group, you might just to have so everyone
That's
has
true.
enough.
That's true. Granted, again, I don't think we've ever come up on any instance where we needed like a shit ton of black dice to roll.
I haven't gotten there yet.
One guy who is commenting and doing a lot of corrections, which is greatly appreciated, has not brought that up. I'm like, actually, you rolled more red dice than you should have, therefore it would have been damage. It's like, okay, well, we're not going back. So yeah, my dog is not wanting to stay in here. She'll stay in here the entire time, and then like as soon as I shut the doors and start recording, she's like, I'm gonna get out of here. All right. So white. That's here's a white dice.
Here's a gray dice and a gray dice. Another gray dice. I'm like, Seth, are you
nosebleed? I don't feel so good. And it's like, no, let's push on. There we go. Let's just have all of our dice. There you go. It is for me. Man, I wonder what it'd be like to have a full 4-man party.
Yeah.
Have you? No, we have. I was about to ask like how many you've played max KDM with. 4.
4. Yeah.
Yeah, we have done.
We had a good time with it.
Till towards the end. Boop. I don't remember what I did. you go. There's all your dice. It is definitely a lot less bookkeeping if everyone's paying attention. So that is nice. All right.
All right.
Adventure Hub.
8.
Number 8. That is Misery Industry.
Is this the one I can choose a higher value?
You can choose. You could either do. So let's take a look at the adventures that we've done. We have not done Misery Industry or Intended Purpose. So both of those. Yep. We have done 2 Consider the Ant and 2 From the Ashes. So
I guess just take the one I rolled.
Okay. Misery Industry. Oh yeah, I gotta pull up the sexy narration. Man, Brad and I played a game. This review is already out, so go watch it. But it was The Darkest Quarter, and that game I had it on my shelf for like 2 months because it was unplayable because you needed the app.
Oh.
So the app finally released. We played it, and it is so much reading with no audio narration. I'm like, what the fuck were we waiting on? I can't do it. I can't do games that have me read without...
So it has an app, but it doesn't...
You have to have the app to play the game.
Gotcha.
And so the game, we had our physical copies. It's basically a glorified paperweight. Mm-hmm. And they released it, and it's like... It was the most generic app you could have ever seen for a game. Like, think Mansions of Madness, the app, but worse.
Oh, God.
So it's more of like, why'd we wait so long? And there's not even audio narration. And dude, the writing, I kid you not, was so juvenile.
Oh,
that
man.
it's always like, not only was it bad writing, I had to read it all.
Oh.
And so I'm like, I can't. I just can't do it.
Yeah. Like, even if they have, like, passages that don't really hit the ear really well, if you have a good narrator, they can kind of tone it.
Yeah.
Or, like, change it a little bit. That usually it's a lot smoother.
Mm-hmm. Like Madara. Mm-hmm. Like, because, like, what I notice in some audio narration is they will still say, like, you know, when you're reading a book and it's like, yada, 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 he said, yada, yada, she said. So you kind of can follow the flow of who's talking. Well, like Foreteller, for example, they won't say the he said, she said,
right?
Because you can hear the different voices.
Exactly.
But some, when it's just a single narrator, they will still say that, which is fine. But man, when you have a full crew, a good narrator and voice actor can turn bad writing into digestible writing at least.
Fix it.
I got the updated for that game. So, but yeah, you fix it. Dragon Eclipse has had, I think, 1 or 2. He didn't say like fix it or anything. He just kind of reread it. It wasn't like the Oblivion. Wait, can I do that part again? Misery Industry.
Misery loves
me. It's not Consider the Ant. It is Misery Industry, which should be 70 or page 70. Oh, this might be about that might be about the city.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really know what I was looking at it, but that kind of looks like the black goo. There it is. Trying to avoid
the Chimera something.
Dark Waters. Play.
The air grows thick around you, oppressively heavy as the skies overhead choke with dark clouds.
Tragedy, sorry, is the Nemos node. Do I only have mine?
Oh, the.
Oh no, yours is over there.
That's right.
Yep, the Nemos node.
No.
You don't have any. I have one. Family Feud. We're going to play the feud. Yes. So I'll do that in a sec. But
blotting out the sun, dotting the landscape like lonely monolithic giants, are the ambrosia drilling platforms of the Empire. The looming elephants, tall against the sky, their blocky structures casting long shadows. These are the umbral fields, the heart of the Empire's vast ambrosia extraction operation. Ahead, an enormous column of thick black smoke. A mountain of flame, ash and debris rises into the heavens. Strange silvery light flickers through it. Flashes of energy like lightning, but somehow different. A creeping sensation of unease seeps through your body as you draw closer. The ground is covered in a thick layer of damp sludge, gray ash sticking to your feet and pulling you downward. Around you, vast pools of oozing black fluid gather in the contours of the land, foul-smelling lakes of oily darkness. Your swift march soon becomes a challenging slog as your boots are caked with black-stained muck and fatigue sets in. You get the sense that as strong as you are, the very land itself is sapping you.
Each Argonaut tests endurance or courage.
Endurance or courage?
Argonaut.
Alright. Sursigar. I've got 2 endurance on her.
Nice. Let's see. Oh, it's if you have the Black Breath Affliction, which I don't think any of us do.
No.
If L3 is marked. Let's see if L3 is marked.
It's not.
It is not. No. Nope. I would imagine it is. So, we can gain a fate or a danger to add +1.
Okay.
Each.
So what's this target number?
8.
8. Okay, so I need a 6.
Okay.
Okay, I will take 1 fate to crank that up to a 6.
Okay, so... Oh, yeah, I should probably see what I got. So I got... Leo Kules has 1 in endurance, so I will take...
5 or better for her. 8.
So I'll take a fate.
Okay, both succeeded over here.
Okay, I will take a fate and a danger to get that 8. So, and Kratos over here rolled a 9. So that is 4 successes. You are the Argonauts. You face the labyrinth and the might of Temenos. You shape your own fate. You can handle the trappings of a tainted mire.
God damn right.
We're the Argonauts.
Zeus damn right.
Zeus, man. Oh, my Laura. People who like try to roleplay with the actual pantheons of like worlds.
Ares!
Yeah, it's like no.
As you progress deeper into the toxic swamp, you spot a pattern. Large indentations in the soil, like immense footprints. Even your titans would be dwarfed by whatever creature created these markings. There are other odd things, too. Ripples upon the surfaces of the oily pools shift contrary to the wind or run up vertical areas. At one point, you swear you see a hand of pure black, like a sculpture of carved onyx stone, rise from a pool to claw toward the sky.
Nice. Okay, so we either can lose 2 Argo Fate or gain an Inwards Odyssey.
Ooh.
We're at 4 Argo Fate, but we do have 1 Inwards Odyssey, so that would kick us up like a level.
Let's do that.
Inwards Odyssey?
Love that shit.
Hell yeah, it is nice. We're at 27.
Nice.
Inwards Odyssey, nice. So that will do after this. And then we go to 005.
Well, is it just like a full rank? So do we have like 1 progress in an Inwards Odyssey?
We had 1 in there, so now we hit 2.
So this is just 1.
It's 2. It would have been our second.
Okay.
So that's...
So I'm just like, usually when it gives us an Inward Odyssey, it takes us from 1 rank to the next rank.
Sorry, it's...
When we traditionally upgraded ourselves with progress, it's every 2 progress ranked it up.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So is this just a full rank, and we keep that extra half?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's what I wanted to clarify.
Yep, you're right.
Dusk falls across the land. The glow of the smoking pillar ahead casting sinister shadows.
These sermons are
You press on until you reach the base of the infernal column, where a hellish scene ripped straight from the eschaton itself awaits you. An enormous pit has opened up in the earth, and you can see ambrosia pipelines running toward the lip of the crater, where they abruptly end in ragged, torn metal. One of your numbers steps up to the very precipice of the crater. There, in the middle of the mighty chasm, is a roiling, churning mass, a thrashing blackness like the heart of the abyss itself given form. The sight transfixes you. Your mind hears a call that awakens a memory. You lift one foot to step out into the void.
The least likely Argonaut gains a danger, and the Spewed from the Abyss Nemo card.
Ooh, I think that's...
It's Leo Kuhl's.
He's
the only one that doesn't have one. Spewed by the Abyss. Okay. When you are about to gain at least one Ambrosia token, test 8 for each of these tokens. For each success, lower Ambrosia gained by 1.
That's nice.
I'll take that. Level 2 is I can discard this to discard up to 2 Ambrosia tokens. And level 3 is at 7 or higher danger, I can discard it when you are about to draw a trauma card, gain Ambrosia tokens instead. 1 for minor, 2 for major, 3 for gray, 4 for obel.
Ooh.
So
Well, the fifth one kills us?
yes. So it's either, if I really don't want to risk it, I can just take 4 Ambrosia instead.
Yeah. When one of us stacks the opal deck, like 4 of them. Like,
That's
I'll take the Ambrosia.
25% chance to live. I'm not a gambler. Okay, so then we continue.
A figure tackles you to the ground, using his body to push you away from the pit. He is a truly sorry figure, a twisted form that was once a man. His arms are stained pitch black, dozens of sores marring his once proud musculature. Scraps of Spartan armor remain on his frame, but they are scorched, burned away in some places. His eyes are bloodshot, and he wheezes with every breath. "Stay away from the pit," he croaks,
Don't touch
bloody
me.
spit foaming on his cracked lips. "It'll kill you before the dawn." You interrogate the delirious Spartan, but it is difficult to keep him focused, as pain seems to shoot through his body almost constantly, reducing many of his words to agonized ramblings. In the end, only a few scant phrases stand out to you. Ambrosia, reservoir, chimera. That last one sends a shiver down your spine. You survey your surroundings. If this was like any other ambrosia extraction facility, then there would have been a substantial Cyclopes labor force, and a few of the giants may still live in the wreckage. On the other hand, there would have been tents and quarters established for the officers of the facility, where you might find information on the operations of the place.
Choose! Any moment you spend among this blighted wreckage presents a threat to you and your crew, but any survivors in the devastation face the same risks. You need to find them no matter the danger and get them to safety. So scour the ruins for survivors. Gives us +1 diplomacy to the Cyclopes. Cyclopes. 2, Oregon. If the Spartan is to be believed, these ruins are too dangerous to be around. Seeking out the remains of an overseer's quarters or some other kind of building farther away from the wreckage would protect you from whatever the foul ooze and fumes are, and perhaps reveal some truths about this place. Keep a safe distance and investigate the Spartan facilities. Lose a humanity. So, the better option is, I don't know.
Oh, sounds like we have to risk something. And do we even have any ranks with the Cyclopeans yet? I don't think we have.
No. I think we had one opportunity where we could have, but Nope. We have 3 with the Helots, 3 with the Simici, 0 with the Cyclopes. Cyclopes. So...
Well, do we start now to avoid the humanity loss?
we kind of hate them. It'd be cool if it was like, hey, you don't have to fight the Cyclops anymore if we get a certain level. But I for some reason, don't think that that's going to be the...
What's our humanity right now? What, like -10?
Only. -11.
Jesus.
So...
And then what will we be rewarded with? More refugees?
Oh, God. Well, if we do number 1, probably.
Yeah.
I say we leave. I'd rather get information on the Spartan facilities.
Alright, sounds good.
Alright. Lose the humanity. Oh.
We don't need it anyway. Cast aside.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to break us. So, that's okay. Also, let me go to my Argonauts. Leocules. Let's give him his second thing. Spewed by the Abyss. Boom. Got it. And then on Kratos, he gains 1 in Family Feud.
Wait, what's the keyword?
Tragedy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep. Which, according to my sheet... Oh, that was for a completely different character. Okay. We are good there. So, boom. And that was... Yes, so 16.
You pull back from the pit, away from the twisting column of deadly vapors. You see a few of your people look at you with doubt in their eyes, the unspoken question in their gazes piercing you like a dozen arrows. Are you really going to turn your back on any poor souls trapped in this cataclysm?
Mm-hmm.
On the outskirts of the wreckage, you find a few structures, now sundered by the destruction, that could once have been an overseer's quarters. Once a temple of Hades, this place has become a repository for vast quantities of ambrosia harvested in the umbral fields, one of a few large hubs. There is little in the way of clues to what happened to the site, with more information on storage and handling of the raw material instead. As you cast aside a ledger listing shipments over the past few months, a cry rises up among your crew. They have lifted a fragment of wall to reveal a corpse of what must have been an officer of the Spartans, crushed flat in the collapse. On the wall, the dying man has written some words in his own blood. It hungers. Metastasios approaches. The debt of our greed comes due.
Well, it's like each Argonaut gains 1 fate.
1 fate.
But we gain another Argo, Inwards Odyssey.
Oh, snap.
And another Argo knowledge. I was just double checking that is what this is. It's a knowledge point, which gets us to the next story. So it's still going. Also, so whether we have 20, we have 27 and 28 for the Argo.
Okay.
Knowledge to read.
Nice.
To read. Then we go to 07. 0007.
The skies have grown dark above you. Although with the black fumes rising ahead, it is hard to tell when night ends and day begins. The only clue you have to the passage of time is how the towering column of choking smoke dances on the wind, swaying this way and that like a stalk of wheat in the breeze. Sometime in the night, a column of Simici soldiers arrives at the site of the ruination, drawn by the beacon of flame and ash. A commander tells you of an encounter with a hideous creature made of oily black slurry, shadowy limbs and chunks of masonry. A chimera, some leagues eastward of this location. A small specimen, it was making its way toward another ambrosia reservoir. The Simici observed it from a distance, knowing they had no hope of stopping it. Then the creature simply collapsed, its body deteriorating before their eyes. Starved to exhaustion, unable to keep itself mobile, it had fallen apart under its own weight. You turn your focus to what is to be done with the remnants of the facility.
Choose! So it looks like that those things survive off of just eating straight ambrosia. Okay. A foothold in enemy territory will be useful for observing your foes and staging forays deeper into Imperial holdings. However, such an investment will be costly to establish and defend, and you must first stop the flow of ambrosia into that pit to try and reclaim the land. So have your Titans shut off the flow of ambrosia to the area. Simici goes up by 1, the diplomacy, lose 1 Titan. Number 2, the cataclysm here has ravaged the land, and you can use this. The damage here could be made to spread further through the umbral fields. The land may be blighted for generations to come, but Spartan forces in the region will be crippled. Damage the pipelines further so that the surrounding area cannot be used by your enemies. Lose a humanity, but gain a progress.
I kind of want the Simici relation. That sounded good.
I kind of want the progress.
Blight the land! Well, I will yield to you, sir.
That would mean we're only 1 progress away from having to at least flip that and see what we can do. Simici relations would go up to 4 because right now it's distrustful for both the Helix and the Simici. 7 before we're friendly. 12 before we're allied.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think crippling our foes is better.
All right. Rock and roll.
So let's yeah. I mean, can't wait to have the humanity threshold be like if you're at 20 plus humanity, you instantly lose. That's like our check whenever we go to fight him. That's probably going to be it. But that does get us 5 progress, baby. Which I can just flip one of these to a 5. And then we go to number 10.
Man, it's a long adventure hub.
Right, I was about to say that I think this is the end of it, though.
Steering well clear of the pit itself, you order your Titans to sabotage the pipelines leading up to it. The towering behemoths quickly set to work, shattering bronze and tearing apart iron with their bare hands to unleash a tide of caustic darkness on the already blighted land. A veritable sea of ambrosia flows out over the soil, seeping into it to create thick, clinging mud. Before the day is ended, the toxic fluid has spread across a massive expanse of the surrounding plains. It will continue to seep down into the earth, tainting it for decades, centuries to come. And at its heart, the burning pillar of smoke and flame, rejuvenated by your offering to its ravenous hunger. No one now living will ever see this land recover. Neither will the enemy be able to make use of it. A grim cost, but one you know you must pay to deny the Nietzschean the precious fruits of his industry. Your crew find a few odd samples of ambrosia in the spreading swamp. Oddly pulsing clumps of cloying black sludge that flicker with strange light. The philosophers of the Argo will be able to make sense of this discovery.
Nice. All right. Well, we gain 2 chimeric tar resources.
Okay.
Yeah, chimeric tar. Where are those? There we go. We only have 2. So, and 2 Argofate. All right. So that was that. Now we got Inwards Odyssey stuff to do.
All right. 2 ranks.
Got 2 of them, yeah. So that's super solid. Go to paragraph. Inwards Odyssey. I hate how I have to. Why don't they have rotation embedded in their app? Inwards Odyssey 27. Right? 27, 28?
Yes.
In the bridge Tolos, you sit across a mixed group of teens.
Oh, okay. We do have the 13th Muse Grand Cannon. This would have actually gotten skipped if we didn't have that.
Oh, okay.
Their heads held low, avoiding your gaze. You too are at a loss of words. Why? One of you finally asks. Silence, fidgeting. They clearly don't want to be here. You don't know if they're ashamed or feel guilty, or simply despise your authority. To feel. A girl on the cusp of coming of age whispers without raising her eyes. That we matter. It started weeks ago? A month? There are so many people on the Argo now. The crew, some of whom started families. Your allies, coming and going. And the throngs of refugees, many of them children and teens, abandoned or orphaned. Some find a use for their talents and volunteer to help, but many have nothing to offer in a time of war. They feel useless, their place on the Argo unearned. They waste their days sitting below deck, torn between frustration and guilt over being a burden, itching to do something, anything. Maybe you should have foreseen something like this would happen. Still, it seems so outlandish that anyone would try it. Whenever there is a primordial sighting, a ship-wide siren blares, a signal to all civilians and non-essential personnel that a battle for your very survival is about to begin. The combat crew then ushers them to the nearest shelters, where they await news of a victory or their fate. But it is so hard to keep track of everyone, especially now. Sometimes someone is locked out and needs to make it through the battle. Sometimes someone stays outside on purpose, eager to witness the clash of primordials and titans, with no consideration for their personal safety. These kids, and it's dozens of them by now, refugee and crew alike, they stay outside of the designated shelters. They're not interested in the battle, though. No, they make their way to the 13th Muse chamber. The Grand Cannon is always being primed for use. A well-placed shot may spell the difference between the life and death of a Titan. It's unbelievably tense. In those conditions, nobody pays attention to a group of kids. Then the kids mount the cannon and go into its barrel, to the very end, where the projectile is already loaded. They put their hands on it and wait. It takes just shy of 30 seconds from the commencement to the actual shot. When the kids feel the vibrations of the projectile, they break into a run. It's kind of a dare, you see, like Hermes' gauntlet of old, where convicts were forced to outrun the lava flow or forest fire. They will either make it out of the cannon before it shoots, or they won't. As far as you know, there have been no fatalities yet. But then again, there are so many unregistered people on the Argo now, and no way to track them. Would you know if there had been? An impotent rage engulfs you, as you know perfectly well how they feel. Something awakens in you. Everyone always focuses on the toll a war takes on the fighters. But what of those who are left on the sidelines, powerless to do anything, resigned to watching as their fates are decided? You won't punish them, of course, because what good would it do? No, you vow to find a way to engage with them and others who may feel useless, discarded, forgotten, or simply done. Everyone can contribute to the Argo in their own way. And most of all, you vow to end this war as quickly as possible.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't know if I would be running up on the giant cannon but I guess who knows. So they're going in the barrel that's insane. Like as you're like, you hear the vibration, you're like, good news, we improved it. Only takes 5 seconds.
What?
I guess it's quick. Random Argonaut gains a rage. So we'll just do highest. I got a 5 over here.
7
Well,
for Olympia.
Gains a rage, and if crew is 2 or less, which it is, we can gain a crew.
Okay.
Which, yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna ignore the refugees rule here, just because. I guess we would have lost already. I don't know how that works, but if our crew can only hold up to 4 and we get 4 refugees, it's like, okay, so did we just lose? But we gain the Hermes Godform Awakening card.
Okay.
Which I gotta... Oh, fuck.
Hermes.
There it is. Which is Secret Deck 6, card 72.
New God. What does it take? To 4 now? Poseidon, Zeus,
Damocles.
not
Is it Damocles? No, it's
Heracles. No, shit.
Fuck, you're right. It starts with a D. It's the blacksmith. This
It doesn't start with a D. It's an H.
is an H.
But I am struggling to think of his name now.
I'll find it real quick. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's right. But we have the sexy nymph that I goon to. Oh yeah, we should probably remember all that stuff. Hephaestus. You were right. Yeah, that is number 4. What did I say? Secret Deck 6, Heart 72. That is... Give me 5 seconds to find out where that's at. Oh, it's actually going to be somewhere. I got a new insert, so I don't... So now I just got to remember where all the... Oh! Where all the new cards are. Okay. Secret Deck 1. Nope. Secret Deck. Okay, well that's 9. So. Oh, there we go. How would you want to bet he's hot?
He better be. Oh no, he's hot!
Okay, Secret Deck 3.
I think Hephaestus is supposed to be ugly as shit.
Is he?
Yeah, I think lore-wise.
Was Hephaestus... Did you play all the God of War games?
No.
You didn't?
I didn't play one of them. Because at that time, I did not have a PlayStation.
Ah.
I was an Xbox/GameCube kid.
Gotcha. Yeah, I went back and forth. I never owned an Xbox until the 360. So I never had an original Xbox. I went from... I think I had a PlayStation... A GameCube, PlayStation 2. Never owned a PS3.
Yeah, never owned. Yeah, PS3, PS4, never did.
I got a PS4 from Josh. Mm-hmm. He sold me his because he got the PS4 Pro. And then now the only gaming console. I have a Switch, and then I have a PS5, which is fantastic. That's where I'm actually I rebought Lies of P just to play it on my PS5, just so because I don't have fucking sit at that computer. Well, I think Hermes is actually either... I think it's a chick.
Yeah, looks chickish.
So, goddamn it. There we go.
Well, it looks like they're depicting a Titan that is infused with the spirit. So.
Oh, that could also be it. Well, no, because like all the other ones have different art.
Well, yeah, but they also look like a Titan. Like they have a mask. The Analyticos module.
Yeah, I guess you're right. They all do have different masks. I just assume. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about like thematically what's happening. I just assumed they actually physically transformed.
Well, it looks like they do, but they are infused with the spirit in a way.
Okay. Give me a sec. So black die movement is an asterisk. So for the duration of this god form, double your Titan's move value.
Nice.
When you awaken into this god form, immediately unexhaust all your exhausted gear. For the duration of this god form, your gear cards cannot be exhausted.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you want to see it.
Okay, move fast, dodge more.
I will say about the god forms, with how rare they happen, I would expect them to be a little bit like more powerful.
You think?
Like they would be like game breaking. Zeus is actually kind of the only one that seems pretty solid. The rest seem kind of situational.
Right.
Like Poseidon's like all ambrosia's gone and you can't gain it. Hermes, I mean, if you have a bunch of gear that requires you to exhaust it, that's solid.
Right.
But
yeah, they probably designed Zeus to be more blanketed.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you want to enhance your combat, go Zeus. Everyone else, very specific.
Yeah. Okay. Well, sweet. And now we got one more, which is 28. Go to paragraph, inward Odyssey. 28. Way of Strength.
You arrive in the canal city of Geronthray in the early hours of the morning, disguised as Peroikoi. Not quite slaves, but certainly not citizens. You are met with looks of derision and ridicule, as all who live in Sparta and do not partake in warfare are deemed unimportant, but are otherwise ignored. Your mission is cut short as your mark, E4 Adrastos, a high-ranking official of the Nietzschean Empire, fails to arrive, held up north by matters of the state. The Argo will be here tomorrow, and the city will be taken by the Allied forces. Of that you have no doubt. So all you need to do is sit and wait. But you're not particularly good at sitting and waiting. So you wander around town, performing small repairs to maintain your cover, and try to learn as much of your enemy as you can. You see the state take children away from their heartbroken parents to live in the communal barracks and undergo agoge, the hazing and the beatings of youth, designed to stamp out empathy and enforce the rigor of strength. Husbands and wives separated, the former required to lay down their lives for the empire, and the latter to give birth and efface themselves. Broken veterans and those who refuse to fight are shunned or forced into slave labor. You see able-bodied soldiers on the verge of breakdown, caught between a never-ending cycle of violence and brutal punishments for insubordination, with no one to talk to. And all of them suffer in silence, for to open up is to admit weakness. Asking for help is deemed unmanly, and failing is retroactive proof of an underlying lack of strength.
Would you mind helping me out over here? Kill him!
Wake!
just that fucking just pure masochistic what's the word? Kind of like culture.
Oh yeah, masculinity.
Yeah.
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah, it's like, dude, it's so over the top that it's almost like weaker. It's like, what are you trying to do?
Like, you are less effective because of your lack of thought.
Right. It's just insane. And now it's whenever people try to act that way,
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, it's like, dude, that is so sad. You are pathetic. Because they act like there's like a time of like where you have to do survival. Like it's like that's the only way we can progress. It's like, dude, way too many people, way too many resources. Shut the fuck up.
We don't have to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Like, chill out.
The next day, the Argo
You can talk about your dad
arrives and the
touching
battle
you. It's
is
okay.
fierce.
You can,
Though outnumbered
Just again.
and clearly outclassed by the Titans, the Spartans refuse to surrender and die in senseless skirmishes. Others, rather than allowing themselves to be taken prisoner, choose to take their own lives. As the sun slowly sets on the town, you're sure this is not strength. This is fear again, just like on Crete.
Nice. Man, there's some words in here that, like, I'm quickly looking over it, that there's so many that I'm not even close to ever hearing. Like, periorkoi? Periorkoi?
Yes, he said that earlier, and that was what the people that aren't involved in war.
Yeah, it says they're kind of like slaves, not quite slaves, but not citizens. So it's like, okay, you're free, but
God forbid you have to fucking shoe a horse. You know, a required task.
Right.
You're not killing men, so you're useless.
You're right.
God forbid you
Yeah. See the
maintain
state.
industry.
See the state take children away from their heartbroken parents to live in the communal barracks and undergo agoge.
Mm-hmm.
Agoge.
He said that was. He explained it. It's the beatings.
Oh, the hazings and the
that turned
beatings of
them
youth.
into.
Yep.
Yeah.
Spartan agoge. Brutal education and training program for boys aged 7 to 30.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite a gap of age.
Mm-hmm.
Prerequisite for becoming a citizen. Nice. Alright, if you have 4 or fewer titans, we don't, so someone is going to get the Canal Runner pattern card. We get to assign it to one of ours, and name the titan. The Argonaut with the most Nemos nodes gains a node.
With the most.
So I have with the most. That will be nice. All right. So for me, because I don't know if I think I've been keeping track of yours, just to double check. That might be you. Curse of the Gods. I have you at 6 on there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like in one Nemos.
I think it might be total. So then familiar curse, I have you at 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 7 total. It will go on the one with the most, but so Kierkegaard has 7. It's not going to be any. Kratos has 2. They just came in. Leo Kules has 2. So it's definitely going to be one of your guys. Olympia, I have at 3 total. For Night to Remember. Okay, so old Kierkegaard getting that.
Well, this will take her to rank 2.
Rank 2. Man, we're getting a shit ton of story done. Because that'll mean we have to read the next.
Do you have a pencil?
A pencil?
Pencil?
What would you if it was wet? like you see me
It's
pull
like
it from
dripping. Shake it off.
Where'd you get this? And
It's so
my
thick and
my hands are
sticky.
dry. Pull over here, there's no residue, but when I hand it to you, it's just
Wet.
viscous. No thanks. Okay. So the Canal Runner looks like it's 1 to 3 is a minor, 4 to 6 major, 7 to 9 grave, 10 higher is trauma, but with a fate you can jump.
Oh, nice. 0, 3, 6. I mean, jump or whatever. So it gives you a jump.
Yep.
Cool.
Or a fate. I'm gonna keep the game changer where it's at because it's a 1 to a 4 for a minor, which is very nice.
Well, this is a strain, right? So anyone can take this. The way you
It's a pattern.
A pattern, yeah.
Yeah, and no, anyone can have it, but I like the 1 to 4 minor window
gotcha,
here.
gotcha.
So the Earthshakers looks like it's the same stats. What about your character?
Well, thematically it might be appropriate for the Maze Runner
That's true.
to make her a canyon. What did you say, canyon runner?
Canal Runner.
Canal runner. What is it? You said 1 to 3 or
1 to 3 is minor, 4 to 6 major, 7 to 9
That would improve her thresholds. Yeah, that would be
there you
better.
Go for it.
Hell yeah.
That is fine.
Jump. You can jump.
So that puts our Titans. This is literally. I was like, man, day 29, nothing's happening, and it's like the longest series of a story that we got. Okay, that is your Maze Runner. Oh, it's already named. You named her Maze.
As in the corn.
And then we have your Nemo's your breakthrough, right?
Yes, for Curse of the Gods.
So they cycle 1.
It is.
It is.
I believe so. Where would it say?
Oh, I can see it. It'll have like a. Yeah, it's the one up at the top, so it's cycle 1. Which I'm almost 100% positive we fucked up some of those Nemos, because I think whenever either they leave or something, it goes to a vault. So I think we might have 1 or 2 Nemos.
So it's like M036.
M036.
Mm-hmm. Now I get to re-roll Awakening rolls.
Oh, that's nice.
The memory is more vivid now. You force yourself to keep going, but every slip-up is a bitter reminder of the curse. Forgotten conversations lead to arguments. Nights are spent cradling her shaking body in your arms as she cries herself to sleep and begs you not to forget. With each passing day, her facade breaks, until you look at her one evening and frown. You know those eyes, the curve of her nose, the way her lips taste. You know what hides beneath the clothes, the sound of her voice, the smell of her skin. All of these certainties are still there, at the forefront of your mind, and yet one word escapes you. It scares you that you can't remember her name. The more you rack your brain, the more hopeless it becomes. She notices. She opens her mouth in shock when you tell her. Surprise, anger, and despair all cross her face, before she kisses you as soft tears fall down her face. She whispers words of encouragement to coax her name out of you, assuring you it's only a bad dream, that everything will be all right. But you can't remember her name or who she is. Her cries turn to curses and violence, her anger at the gods, at you, at herself. You spend that night alone. Is it a first? You don't remember. Her visits become less and less frequent, just as your fondness for her fades. Her flowing hair becomes as irrelevant as the wind blowing in the trees. Her laughter disappears in the noises of the town. The warmth of her skin is as fleeting as the sun. When her face becomes just another mask in the crowd, she stops coming.
Dementia? Jesus.
Yeah, something I don't know what you were cursed by.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you wrote M038 on your track.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I forgot to do the exploration part of the exploration. Luckily, we did not have the adversary show up. It was just one symbol. But we did get. Got to go to the cargo. Got 2 war triumphs, and 2 relief resources. All right. I think that's everything for day 29. Just gonna put that there. So now, the next day, we'll do day 30, which we do have a Dream of Pharos, and we do get to research combat for that. And then the next day will be a actual fight.
Okay.
So what are we doing? Where are we going?
I don't know, either or. Go north, or we gonna go east?
I kind of want to go east. I kind of want to cycle back because it seems like based off the map, going north, although that might be the edge up there. Unless we got insanely unlucky, most of the bases are like here.
Okay.
Like, there's one down here, and there's one way up there, kind of where we might be heading towards, but the rest are here.
Okay.
So I think probably sitting coast around those is going to make it way easier, so we don't get trapped like we did in Cycle 1, where it's like, oh, it's all the way over there. Oh,
Yeah.
it's in the... we'll lose if we don't get this exact number of progress. So I'd much rather just head east. 46? Nope. To 39. Whoops, go away. Go away.
Flipping the tile now.
Mark unexplored. Damn it.
Another adventure hub.
Move type. Is it really?
Yep.
Well, goddamn. You are correct, sir. Cool. All right. Hey, I'm all for it. I love the story.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of the narrator now that we've had him for a while?
Oh, yeah, I like him.
You like him? Mm-hmm. I do too. I always prefer the multiple voices when
Right.
a character but I think in terms of narration, he's really good. And every time I hear him, I'm always like, oh, I need to have you listen to the opening narrator for The Dark Crystal, because that's what he sounds like.
Oh, gotcha.
At least in my head. I could be completely wrong. I'm going to listen to it and be like, oh, never mind. I'm just stupid. Okay, so timeline 30. Exploration. Cackle. Thank God. Okay. I was like, oh no.
Burden again.
Oh God, he sucks. I don't know who's worse. Honestly, I think the pursuer honestly was
I
worse.
hate losing those Nemos, though.
Oh yeah, we haven't really had him like steal a bunch of shit so far, but the fact that it can
What's
happen.
worse, like losing Nemos or losing gear? Losing gear fucking sucks.
Gear.
But,
I think
yeah.
gear's worse. Especially like if it's like, oh, thank God I got this massive Gigas. What the fuck? This was forged from like the heart of a dying star. Yep. Nope, none of that. Yeah, because I mean, it actually has you get rid of it. Okay, we can't gain a Titan because we are capped out. So, just 3 war triremes. Because I guess, yeah, with the Nemos losses with him, it's like, yeah, like, I mean, if it took you out of a level 2 back to a level 1, that would be a little annoying. But those feel easier to get back than some of the gear that we need.
True.
Okay. So, just gonna take a good old gander. So, exploration step, no encounters, advancement step. So, we get a combat. Research combat, yes. So, I think these are all structures. So, our combat one that we can do. Let's take a look and hopefully maybe it'll be here. For projects. All right. So we have Bronze Lair. That one's Pursuer Sighting. Pursuer's End Battle Victory leads to Pursuer Order. Which I think we can do that. At least that's what this is saying that we can do. Pursuer. Yeah, we need Pursuer Sighting, which I know I'm almost 1,000,000% positive we do have that. Somewhere. And yeah, we should, because we did the Pursuer and Battle Victory, which we did get because we killed him. Jeez. Totally thought I organized these a little bit better, but I guess I didn't. Well, that's the Nietzschean sighting, because I don't have anything over there yet, do I? Nope.
Oh, this is so much better.
Where the tiles are? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And that's actually, I think it's all the tiles for both. These are the Nemos. So what am I needing? I am needing this. The tech deck. Project deck. Okay. These are all tier 1. Pursuer sighting. Which I guess, yeah, Pursuer Protocol. Are we supposed to still have this? Well, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know anything about the technologies.
Yeah, it's mainly, I mean, they all have like prerequisites to get. Because like the burden autopsy we can't do. We have the burden sighting, but we haven't done the hardest to bear battle victory. If we're following the app, it tells us we can add Bronze Lair.
Okay.
Which Bronze Lair leads to Pursuer Order. Bronze Lair allows us to... Okay. Yes. Okay, so this is essentially the Pursuer sighting stuff. It lets us do the Pursuer Ultimatum, Hermes Cape, Conqueror Nail, and repurpose Cryptex. And lets us breed Game Changers, which are these.
Okay.
And that leads again to Pursuer Order. So yes, Sarcophagus. And for some of these, the Pursuer Order, like Gear, or the Pursuer Ultimatum, which... Oh, that might be Cycle 1. I'm almost positive it's going to be Cycle 1. So it is kind of interesting that it allows us to go back and craft older gear. I would assume it's Ascended.
Yeah.
Otherwise...
Yeah, all the Pursuer stuff seems to be.
Pursuer Ultimatum. Well, I am not seeing that. But the Hermes Cape. Oh, there's Hermes Tatters. Do you have a Hermes Cape?
Isn't that in our backpack?
It might be in our, yeah.
What's the helmet called?
Hold on, sorry, just a sec. I'm just going through like the list here, because there's also the Conqueror Nail, which, man, I'm just not seeing anywhere, or the repurposed Cryptex. Why does it always feel like hard to find shit? I feel like I'm always like all over the place when it's like there's not really that much in this game. Because the Conqueror Nail... Okay, the Conqueror Nail is a Cycle 2. That is 2 dice plus 1 black, plus a red, plus a damage. Unique, Ascended, Reach 3, Opening 2, Carving 1, can only be equipped by a Titan with the repurposed Cryptex. As an interrupt, immediately push back 2. On a crit miss, the adversary symbol is there. Can gain the Sewed Faded Nemos card. That's a lot. And a danger 7 or more. As a fade, you gain Heartseeker.
Oh, jeez. Can we make that?
Oh, fuck, no, we need the nail. Do we have a nail spear?
I don't think so.
Okay. You need the nail spear. The repurposed Cryptex, which is... Okay. Unique Ascended Titan Attachment, Restricted, Cryptex, plus 1 Precision. Front lines, if your Titan is dead at the end of a battle, roll a d10. On a 1, your Argonaut dies as well. As a fate, you get Semi-Sync, gain a move action. At the end of your turn, gain a movement fatigue token.
So you can get 2 movements, but you spend your next turn's movement, essentially?
I think so. And if your Titan dies on a 1, you die as well. That one requires a damaged Cryptex. I don't even know if we do. We have 1.
Oh, nice.
So we could make the repurposed Cryptex.
That sounds good. Just a free precision. baked into it?
Well, yeah. Titan attach. Oh, it goes and you attach it to your Titan. Titan restricted cryptex. So I'm assuming you just have one cryptex attached.
Can I see it? What's the image?
There you go. And 2 war machines, which we can make that. Ooh, game changers take a while.
Gotcha.
They take 20 days to make.
Ooh, it's an elder tech. Okay, so this just kind of pops us into their helmet. From what it looks like a pod that the
like
the Argonauts in them.
So what the Pursuer has.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, let's go and make that. I mean,
Yeah.
just why not? Like,
free precision and the option to do double movement.
which could be very helpful.
Again, especially against the burden.
That's true. Yeah, just get out of here. All right. Add. I hate this app. You're grayed out, you fucker. Or not grayed out, that's what I meant to say. Bronze layer. You're saying I can add you. Okay, what did I need?
You want a Fury Shaker for that precision for that blade? Help you deal with the dread.
You might be onto something, big boy. Okay, well, let me do something real quick. So, Pursuer sighting. Yeah, we have that. So should just be able to add you over. Okay. Well, you know what? Add technology. What was it? Bronze layer? Well, whatever. We fucking have it. Which can now lead us to Pursuer order. Okay, that's a Argo ability. Now, if I go into our... Where was our shit? Like our... There it is. Yep, there's the Hermes cape. And... Unfortunately, not the nail spear.
Is that something we can make? Or is it something we have to find?
The nail spear. Wasn't that a drop from the Pursuer? You don't remember?
I mean, this was Pursuer related, so that might be.
Yeah. I have to look through his shit. Like, his cards to see how we get it. That was a combat. Pursuer. Okay, so Pursuer sighting. Yeah. Oh. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah. I think... I mean, definitely make the repurposed cryptex. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, unless we somehow where the hell is the Pursuer ultimatum? Because that's 5 grotesque beaks, which we actually have. 2 powdered matter.
That's your helmet.
Ha! Hey, I found it. Okay, there was only one. So the bronze layer we really only took for the repurposed cryptex, the potential conqueror nail, which sounds disgusting, and the fact that we can now breed game changers. Mm-hmm. Which, did you hear how long that took?
How long?
20 days.
20?
But we can lose a Pursuer core, which we have 2 of.
Oh.
And a Dreamwalker to immediately gain 1.
Okay.
So.
Well, I mean, they have built-in black dice.
Oh, so yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's like a horrible thing, but I'll figure out how to add that stupid bronze layer in a sec.
Okay.
I'm not gonna waste anyone else's time, but
But yeah, I would like to figure out how to do the nail and eventually the
Conqueror. Yeah. If anything, I might just give it to us. Like, oh yeah, well we killed him. We took his nail. So damage Cryptex, and it was 2 War Machines to get the. Where'd it go?
Cryptex.
Yes. Well, the thing is like, it is definitely nice to get the extra movement, which is hot.
I mean, she's got a slot. If you can't slot it right now.
It says Titan attachment though.
Titan attachment? Oh, so to a specific Titan.
Yeah.
So it'd be permanent.
I think so. So I don't think it counts as like a gear attachment, even though I actually can hold it. Yeah, I mean, the thing is though, is like if we take the nail spear and make us the Conqueror nail, the person who wields it has to have this.
Ah, gotcha.
So if we want to change away from the Cestus?
Yeah.
If we want to give her the nail, we can give her the...
Very easily, because that's just kind of an in-betweener right now.
Yeah, I think you changed it just so you can have something different.
Well, it was... I'm trying to remember what my reasoning was. It was just easier to use than the club, and I think... Like, she'd gotten the new armor, and it was just like, she couldn't really benefit too much from it.
Alright, well, we'll put it on her.
Precision increased.
Her innate movement is 6, isn't it?
Huh?
Her innate movement?
And now she can double her movement, and she can now add jump to the movement.
Oh, that's
with all
hot.
those things combined.
That's hot.
So a super leap.
Is she also the one with the platform that we can jump off of? Or did you take those off? Who has the...
Nobody has it right now.
Yo, you took it off?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this is the one that could carry it.
Okay.
Without a movement debuff.
Okay. Well, that's fantastic. So we did that. We got... I'm trying to think. We did our upgrade. So now we're on the story step, which is a Dream of Pharos. And an adventure hub. The Dreams of Pharos, I'm going to be completely honest, I don't really know. They're like these... I know Pharos, I think he's the god. It's going to sound so stupid, but I think he's the god of dreams. But, like, because it's on page 116, it's the ones with, like, these random numbers. Like, so, like, if we go to... where is it? It is... Is it Fated Events? Yeah, there's a Dream of Pharos. We actually haven't had any in this one. So roll a d10. This is one where we have
10.
10. Okay. Where we have the Pharos delves. Remember where we draw?
Oh yeah.
So okay, well, luckily we are doing scroll 14251316831514225187511435.
Okay.
So that should tell you a lot if you've been paying attention.
Yeah, definitely. I'm very aware of things now.
So number 10. Okay. Well. Oh, I was like, what the hell? That's not the same one. There we go. There's number 10. Did I go there? Okay, yes. Read! Read! I don't know what's happening. My technology is failing me!
Damn your technology.
Okay. Let's try that one more time. Number 10. Go to the paragraph.
Go to paragraph.
Okay. Well, I will read. Go back to Starless Night and the Calm Black. Okay. And the calm black sea, the endless hidden staircase and the endless chasm to be. Open, O maw of eternity, open before the seeker. A light in the darkness calls you to port, the light of the Pharos of knowledge and hope. Walk through the city, but do not linger, as dawn brings with it the 0-point cinder. Once more, you visit the dreamy library of Alexandria. As you walk its splendid galleries, you marvel at the beautiful statues hidden within. Some of these monuments depict the nymphs, beings who purportedly appear after the Alexandrian repository of knowledge was destroyed. There is a scroll here, authored by one calling himself the Symphnage, who, it seems, is also a frequent guest of the library. His writing is erratic and hard to parse, more field notes than a proper record. He tells of their encounters with the nymphs over several years, and their attempts to piece together some unifying theory of their arrival. The notes seem to suggest there is something more beneath the mischief, yet no substantial evidence is ever produced. You should read the Nymph art book. It's available online. Pharaoh's Delve. So, it's a of 12. And the delves are off of the minors? I don't have a whole lot, so I don't remember. It's basically the ones with numbers.
Oh, and that's going to be the majors.
The majors,
Yep.
yeah. So it is, because we're trying to get to 12, but not over either 14 or 16. First Delve, page 28. 16. Must be equal to or higher than the Delve difficulty, but lower than 16.
Okay.
So, all right.
Rock and roll. We ready to delve?
You go for it.
And, alright. Dealer. 7.
Oh.
Do we hit? We have to.
I mean, we have to.
We hit. 6. Did
There
we win?
13.
Hey, got it in 2 cards.
Recover 1 nymph summoning charge.
Nice.
Well, that doesn't really help us a whole lot, just because I think we had a divine surge. So yeah. That was that. That was the Dreams of Pharos. But we're also on another adventure hub.
Yes.
So go ahead and roll me.
Another 10.
Another 10. Damn, you're
Crit,
wasting
crit.
them.
I know.
God. That is Parable of the Butterfly. But we can go one above that, which would be another Misery Industry.
One above the 10? Oh, back to 1?
No. We do the one above it. So you rolled a 10, which is Parable of Butterfly, but we can choose to do the one above it.
Do we do another Misery Industry?
I'd rather stick to the same stories than...
Okay.
Because finishing, like... Oh, well, that is going to be... Misery Industry, so 70. So go ahead and roll me another D10.
5.
5. Market Forces. Okay. And that is going to be Crime. That's another Family Feud over here.
Oh, that's the keyword?
Yep.
Man, look at shit.
Yeah, you suck.
Guess.
I got 2 over here, baby. I'm going to the adventures. Give me a sec.
It's just my characters aren't criminals.
That's true. So, Market Forces, select, Crime, go into my Argonauts. We got Kratos that has the Family Feud. We're going to play the feud. And Leocules, which is Imprisonment, which gets me to my third one. I can now reduce suffered pushbacks by 1. That's hot. So we'll have a story to go through. So that's pretty hot. Getting a lot of story back to back.
Yeah.
Okay.
The cacophony of the squabbling men and women is loud in your ears. A rabble of conflicting voices vying for dominance. The Argo finds itself host to a meeting of dozens of representatives of the resistance. A conclave called to discuss the state of the war. Many matters have already been raised, from the growing numbers of freed Helot slaves fleeing southward to escape the worst of the conflict, to the reports of primordials roaming the central plains, and to the apportioning of lands hard won in battle. Each dignitary present pushes for the best terms for their people. and you are witness to much posturing and political bravado. If you are honest, it is quite tiresome, but a grim necessity of any alliance. You glance up as the two most vocal groups, a collection of nobles from the Simices Ecclesia and a cadre of archons from the Diaspora Fleet's military wing, raise their voices in an increasingly heated debate.
Why are we here? Okay, so gotta check the matrix. Choose the first option that applies. If D5 is marked, it is not. If C7 is not marked, but D9 or 10 is marked, none of those are true. So C0036. We must just be making all the right decisions. And there we go.
A few figures emerge from the Simici ranks to give their reports, detailing the progress of the war effort on the front lines.
We're losing!
What you hear from them is troubling, to say the least. It seems as though few, if any, generals have stepped up to distinguish themselves in the war effort, and the front is poorly coordinated, the Simici resources being stretched thin as they struggle to hold territory in the face of imperial counterattacks. You find yourself wondering just how strong a hold the resistance really has this far into enemy lands.
We gained 2 Argo Fate.
Was it 8?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Luckily, we have a fight next, so...
Yeah, and it goes down by like
3. Yeah. God. Yeah. Okay, and then I'll be... Whew. I can't remember. I think it's if we go over. It's not like once we hit it.
After the prolonged preamble, the real subject of the meeting is finally broached: the use of the Nietzscheans' black industry to strengthen the alliance. Every single one of the delegates knows the heavy price paid by both the land itself and its peoples for the extraction of black ambrosia. They've all read reports of spreading sickness and pollution. But the Empire is always a step ahead, supporting its legions with machina and weapons fueled by the black liquid. And if they ever find a way to power their triremes with it, much like the Argo now works, they will be able to change the outcome of this war. The Alliance has access to refineries of its own now. If they are reactivated, you doubt that they will be decommissioned after the war. It's hard to close Pandora's box, after all. The Nietzscheans' black industry has corrupted this land and its people. The stains of its existence will mar Laconia for generations to come. One of the Helot delegates yells. Let's not be too hasty. We must not allow misuse to force us to reject a technological edge that could give us the advantage in this war. The Archon turns to glance toward you, a smirk on his lips. Perhaps we should ask our Argonaut friends here.
Perhaps you should
After
eat shit and die,
Their
motherfucker.
vessel is powered by ambrosia,
Kiss my boots.
is it not? Surely they, out of anyone, could extol the virtues of this technology.
We're like, huh? Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, do
We
it.
woke up like a week ago, and you guys keep asking us questions.
Yeah, well, we get to choose. You have seen firsthand the damage the black industry can unleash. What's more, you know that once a people begin to rely on a resource such as this, breaking free of that reliance can be truly difficult. However, speaking out against the use of ambrosia could be seen by some as hypocrisy. Offer to support the Simici in other ways so they can avoid becoming reliant on ambrosia. +1 diplomacy to them, lose a crew, gain a hull.
Ugh. Oh, gain a hull. I like that.
Or 2, as dangerous as ambrosia is, you can see the wisdom in utilizing the tools of your enemy against them. Fates know you use it, but the Argo is an outlier. There's no telling what harm the proliferation of this resource could bring. Support the military stance that the Simici should increase its use of ambrosia, lose a humanity, gain 12 violent ambrosia resources. So our hull is down to 3. Our crew is at 3. So
Gain a crew and a hull, was it?
lose a crew, gain a hull, and gain a Simici diplomacy. Or
Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
or we gain 12 violent ambrosia, which we have 32 of. So no. I know we have ways to hire a crew in cities, but the problem is there aren't any over here. There's one way down here. Chances are there's another one, right? Somewhere. What do you think?
I kind of like the diplomacy. I mean, I hate losing the crew, but
Yeah.
I mean, the gaining the hull, the gaining diplomacy.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm leaning to. I mean, thematically, it's like, how about we don't give you guys nuclear power just in case. So, lose a crew, gain a hull, and diplomacy with the Simici goes up by 1.
Nice.
Okay, and that takes us to 38. You hypocrites.
Ambrosia is powerful, you admit. But like any resource, if relied upon too much, it can become a crutch that you cannot endure without. What's more, the dangers posed by its refinement are evident all around us. The Simici would be wise to limit its use and focus on bolstering its front lines in other ways. The Argo stands ready to aid you, as do our other allies. We stand a better chance of winning this war through the strength of our alliance than by adopting the tools and methods of our enemies. The Archon opens his mouth to protest but falls silent as he sees the other members of the conclave muttering among themselves, a growing sentiment of support rising among them.
Gain of progress.
Hey!
That's it. That one was short and sweet. So, that gets us to our 6th progress, which has been sexy. So that means, yeah, we needed 6. When there were 6 or more tokens on this card, flip the card to side 2B. Oh man, this looks badass.
Oh.
And you'll never get to see it.
Never, ever. Oh my. To war!
So, there's the art there. Black Nadir. As the giant Argo trudges through the ambrosia-contaminated canals of the Laconian heartland, your allies gather in the bridge Tholos to discuss the operation that will bring the Nietzschean down. You've achieved so much in such a short amount of time, you can hardly believe it, and yet you dread facing the Nietzschean's monstrous shadow on the battlefield, as you still feel outclassed. Yet this is it. You've located the Nietzschean and his Temple of Man citadel, and you've cut off all possible escape routes. It's time to call on your allies, on everyone who opposes the Spartan tyranny, and make the final push. The bastard will pay for every drop of innocent blood he's spilled. Lay siege to the fortress and put an end to the Nietzschean. You do not draw any more fortress cards. The Nietzschean is waiting at the last revealed location. Okay. Progress tokens placed on this card represent the strength of the resistance in the region. When there are at least 10 tokens on this card and you're on the correct tile with the Spartan stronghold symbol, during the story step you may initiate the Siege of Sparta. And C, we either have ragtag force, sizable force, or overwhelming force. 10 to 14 is ragtag. 15 to 19 is sizable. 20 plus is overwhelming.
Of progress? Yeah. Woo! That's a lot of progress.
So we can only fight him whenever we have 10.
God.
At least.
Get 20 progress.
But
do we keep that 6 then?
We do.
Okay.
It does say it carries over. Thank God.
Something at least.
So we are now on story card 2B. I mean, this can't be it, right? Like, just because there's other story cards. How would we even get 20? I don't know.
Use all of our progress boosting abilities, I guess.
Pretty much, yep. Okay, well that is what we will call this session, everyone. Next up is a combat where we actually have to fight. So, that will be set up for that one. But yeah, hope you're enjoying. Stick around for the rest of the series. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.